I'll tell you one thing that's pretty handy to have if you're a prepper. And excuse the noise, I'm in my makeshift carport. It's got, see, cloth ceiling up there. There's a vinyl tarp, and there's a space that's open between that and the Harley, so you can see some rain coming down, but it stays pretty dry in here. But I want to point out, these are one of the handiest things to have. This and also the boot laces. But these are boot bands, and you notice they got these little hooks on the end of them, and they're elastic. They're cloth reinforced elastic. They're actually designed for, you know, the cami trousers are, they're bloused on the top of the boots. You know, the Marine Corps does it that way. The Army tucks them in, but the Marine Corps does it that way, this way. But these things are very handy for a lot of different things. So I noticed on my Toyota carburetor, you know, some people said they needed a throttle return spring, and I'll probably order one later. But in the meantime, what I did was I stuck a boot band right here. It's perfect. It's perfect tension. It wasn't quite coming back to like the idle I set it on. Sometimes it was sitting like 1500 RPMs or 2000, even 2000 RPMs. And I just tied a taut line hitch in here, so if this comes a little slack, I can tighten it up. It's like a tent taut line hitch, 3/2 inches. You just slide that down there and get it a little tighter if you need to, and it's just up on here, valve covered. So I'll probably get a return spring for it here pretty soon, but this ain't bad because the spring is definitely, you know, you'd probably want to put something over this fuel line, and this rubber, I mean, this rubber band cloth thing is definitely not going to hurt that fuel line in a million years. But it's just enough tension that it springs back all the way. And it was working, but when it got a little bit dirty, it wasn't quite pulling back all the way. I wasn't sure if I needed a throttle return spring on there, if the carburetor was enough. But I just want to point out, a lot of people don't know about this. Actually, 3 things. These boot bands, very good. Boot laces, and also parachute cord. Some damn freaking good stuff to have, believe me. Very handy, very handy. So you know, looked like I was going to have to drill a little hole in here, but it looks like there's a perfect little notch to put that in there, man. And it's got like metal hooks on it, so if you're trying to hook something up with an elastic band or something, you know, you can open up these metal hooks, which are, you know, needle nose pliers a little bit, or bend them closed tighter. And this elastic will outlast any elastic band going. Not as good as a metal spring, but it's pretty damn good. They last quite a long time. So a lot of people don't know about these boot bands. So actually, if you're out on a trail, it's a pretty good thing to have, you know, because throttle return spring, maybe, well, you know, you want to have some ties, but sometimes you got to have a little bit of elastic, and you could string several of these together, even in conjunction with ties, and maybe using a few boot bands. You could make yourself a pretty strong spring if you need to. And again, this is my makeshift carport. You can see the, you know, those are the Rhino, whatever you call those damn things, the Rhino ramps. I got the sandblaster thing over there. That's just beach. That's just play sand, and you know, compression hose. There's a lot of other tools I have besides it's in here, but I got some other things in here too. So it's pretty cool because it's like a little garage, you know. Now I'm down in Florida, so I mean, I'm not going to get snow where I got to worry about reinforcing this up. But I realize it's raining right now down here, probably 1,000 miles north of me. It could be snowing. So anyway, and also just give you a quick update. That HHO is working nice, man. I probably should Teflon tape that too. I didn't realize I should have done that too, but I might do that later. But no leaks anywhere, because I Teflon taped down here. Just want to tell you that in this update. But it uses very little water. Very little, man. I mean, I went on to, I don't know, 100 and something mile trip, 150 miles. Went down about there. And just add some distilled water. The electrolyte doesn't really run out, so. See, it gives it a couple more miles to the gallon. Plus, I'm going to tell you, I got the K&N filter in here too. So should be pretty economical, you know. There's the where the hell it is. I showed this on another update, but it's in here. It's in here someplace. Jeez. Come on, baby. That's what you get for putting a... Here it is. See? Right there. This thing should get some pretty good mileage. Between a K&N filter, good engine, and so anyway, that was a little modification I did on that Toyota carburetor. I'll be getting a return spring, but hey, you know, in the meantime, hey, this thing works great, man. Boot bands. A lot of people don't know about this, but if you're in the Marine Corps, you know about these boot bands, boot laces, parachute cord.